Okay, so now for question 2. Part A says calculate the value of the product moment correlation coefficient R between X and Y. So if you type the table into your calculator, the method will be specific to the calculator that you're using, and press the button for R to get the PMCC. You should get no, oh, sorry. You should get 0.893192528, which is 0.893 to 3 decimal places. Okay, so interpret your value in context. Now, I cannot stress how important that in context is. All right, the PMCC ranges between -1 and 1. So if the PMCC is 1, they're all in a perfect straight line with positive correlation, and if it's -1, they're all in a perfect straight line with negative correlation. So with this being 0.893, it's a positive correlation and it's fairly strong. So I'll say that it is very strong, positive correlation. But that's not enough. That's not enough. That would only get me maybe 1 of the 2 marks. And that's because I've not mentioned anything in context. So what is it between? Now be careful you don't use X and Y here. So don't say a very strong positive correlation between X and Y. Use the specific thing that X corresponds to. So you can see at the top here that X is the measure of length and the weight is Y. So I would say very strong positive correlation between the length and weight of snake. Okay, so on the scatter diagram, it asks you to plot the points, so I've got that here for you. So if you plot the points on the scatter diagram, you should get that. So you should get that. If you've made one mistake, then only deduct a mark. So part D then says subsequently it's found that 11 adult snakes, of the 11 adult snakes, 9 are male and 2 are female. Given that the female adult snakes are generally larger than the male adult snakes, identify which 2 are the most likely to be female. So what I would say is your scattergraph's the best way to look at this, and if the female snakes are larger, then I would guess that these 2 here, because those are the 2 biggest snakes that we've got, the 2 longest and the 2 heaviest snakes that we've got, then G and D are the female snakes. And so hence revise, and it does have without further calculation here, the estimate of the value of R for the 9 male snakes alone, and revise as necessary your interpretation to part B. So there's 2 things to do there. So you have to do both of them. You have to estimate the value of R and revise your interpretation on part B. So I would probably, looking at these, just these values here, without those 2, I would probably guess that the product moment correlation coefficient is roughly about 0.5. They're not very well correlated. They're not in a straight line. There's a slight sort of upward trend on them, I think. So I think you would probably guess that it's moderate positive correlation, and I would go for something in the region of 0.4 to 0.5. So that would be my estimate for R, and then I would say, hence revise my interpretation in part B. I would say that there is moderate to weak correlation, and again between the length and weight of snakes, and I might even say male snakes here.